And that's because
certificates.
Yeah, certificates. Let's put it.
Education,
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 but not certificates.
So I
But the
think
truth is,
the stereotype on him.
him.
I think
No,
it's
the point I was trying to bring out
yes.
was if you do not know your history,
There's no way
there's
you
no
know
way you
going. That's true.
could try to
Absolutely.
get towards the future.
Absolutely.
And it affected it affects a lot of things, and even in southern Nigeria, like we would say, I would tell you, people assume the West, in quotes, is probably the most educated part of Nigeria, but yet the West has been ruled by, I don't want to use the word, I think the best dinosaurs in Jurassic Park available in a house where they can provide 5 professors. And this is complex because I'll give you an example. I always say something. When I was asked something somewhere and someone said, "What's the most backward state in democracy in Nigeria?" And I said Lagos. And they asked me, "Why would you say that?" I said, because Lagos has had one governor since 1999. And now it will look like what I'm saying doesn't make sense. But if you think of it in the concept of what governance should be, one person has actually sat down in that seat since 99.
So the governor from 1999 later became the de facto governor. So he still rules Lagos more or less.
Beautiful.
How was he able to achieve that under the circumstances?
I'll first say something. Politics in the Southwest is a little different than it is in other parts of Nigeria. And one of the key things with the West, which has its own peculiarities, it's also the reason why some things work in the West, is the key reason why the West has not been able to win federal. Okay. And it's simple, I'm going to point it out. The West assumes power is when people kneel down and preach. Their power is based on a structure which looks up to elders, age, money, and respect. Now, in other climes, we're not saying these things do not matter, but it takes a lot more to be able to achieve leadership. The West has been bedeviled by, I can give you an example. If you're in somewhere in Southwest and you're 35, and you might be a better candidate than someone that's 85. They will tell you your elder cannot be running this race. Your family will disown you, and that's common in the Southwest on those kind of issues. So the Southwest is, that's how I put it, is chained by the same thing that makes it peculiarly the Southwest.
That's actually quite shocking.
Why?
Really? They will disown, the family will disown the person?
Yeah, I have a friend, I don't want to call him, so I have a friend who attempted to run for office in 2019. And because his older uncle, who has even served in that position sometime in 2001, wanted to run, and the family told him to stand down. And even though a lot of people had quite an agitation to want him to run, his father threatened to disown him, and he totally
that was a challenge that the late Bode Thomas also had.
Yes.
So if we're talking about having those type of issues in the 60s, in the early 60s, and we're still talking about it today. Now, in northern Nigeria, it seems that is also a similar situation where you see the elite lording it over the masses. Generally, in Nigeria, it seems as if the elites look at the most vulnerable and they take extreme advantage of the most vulnerable. Why do I say this? You have political power, you have economic power, and then you have the educational power as well. And then you deprive a certain part of society, who are the masses, from actually having any form of adequate education. You use, or they've been weaponizing poverty. How and when do we start looking at issues and say, you know what? Leadership is not about being at the top. Leadership is actually about serving people. We'll be right back shortly after this, and we'll get back to KALOMA. MUSDAPHER. KALOMA is going to take us up on the issue of education.